I've never told anyone what I saw that night. Not the police, not my family. Because if I say it out loud, it stops being something I imagined. It becomes real. My sister disappeared when I was 16. They said she ran away. That happens. But I know she didn't. Because I saw my father. Right before she was gone. My name's Daniel Mercer, 28. I work as an auto technician in Missouri. My sister, Emily Mercer. She was 14 when she disappeared. That was 12 years ago. Small town. Everyone knew everyone. So when she went missing, it didn't stay quiet. Search parties, posters, police everywhere for weeks. Nothing came of it. No sightings, no evidence. Eventually, people stopped talking about it. That's how it goes. But I never forgot that night, because I didn't just lose her. I saw something I should have told someone. But I didn't. I told myself I misunderstood it, that I was tired, that it didn't mean anything. That made sense. That was normal. It was late. Around 1 a.m. I remember because I couldn't sleep. That wasn't unusual. I used to stay up a lot back then. I got up to get water, went downstairs. Kitchen light was off. House was quiet, same as always. Except, my father was awake, standing in the hallway, between my room and Emily's. He wasn't moving, just standing there, facing her door. That's what caught my attention. Not that he was up, but how still he was, like he was waiting for something. "Dad?" I said. He didn't respond, didn't turn, just stood there. I thought maybe he didn't hear me, so I stepped closer. Floor creaked, loud enough that he should have noticed. He didn't. That's when I felt it. Something was off. Not wrong in a big way, just slightly, like the moment didn't fit. I stopped walking, stood there behind him, a few feet away, close enough to see his hands. They were at his sides, relaxed, but his fingers, they were tapping, slow, measured, against his leg, like he was counting something. I didn't know what to say, so I didn't say anything. I just watched him, waiting for him to move, or speak, or acknowledge me. He didn't. Then Emily's door, it opened, just slightly, enough to see inside. Dark, no light, no movement. My father stepped forward, into the doorway. I remember thinking, I should say something, ask what he was doing. But I didn't, because something about it felt like I wasn't supposed to. He went inside, closed the door behind him, soft, careful. I stood there, in the hallway, alone, listening. No sound came from inside, no voices, no movement, nothing, just silence. I told myself it was normal. Maybe he was checking on her. That made sense. That was normal. I went back to my room, laid down, waited. I don't know how long I stayed awake, minutes, maybe more. But at some point, I heard the door open again, soft, same as before. Footsteps in the hallway. My father walked past my room, didn't stop, didn't look in, just went downstairs. I got up again, stepped into the hallway, looked at Emily's door, still open, just slightly. I walked over, pushed it open. The room was empty, bed untouched, window closed, everything exactly how it should be, except she wasn't there. I didn't call out for her, I didn't check the house, I didn't go downstairs. I just stood there, in her room, looking at the bed, trying to understand what I was seeing, because nothing looked wrong, no struggle, no mess, just absence. I told myself she got up, went somewhere, bathroom, kitchen, that made sense. That was normal. I stepped back into the hallway, looked toward the stairs, dark, quiet. My father was downstairs. I knew that. I could hear something faint, a chair moving. Maybe. I didn't go down. I went back to my room, closed the door, got into bed, and I stayed there, pretending everything was fine, pretending I didn't see anything. Morning came. My mother was the one who noticed first. Emily's room, empty, bed untouched, same as I saw it. That's when everything started. Calls, police, searches, questions, everyone asking the same thing. When did you last see her? I said the same thing every time. Before I went to bed. That was true. Technically. I just didn't say. What happened after? They questioned my father too. Of course they did. He told them he was asleep. All night. Never left the room. I didn't correct him. I didn't say anything. Because if I did, It wouldn't make sense. There was no proof, no evidence, just what I saw, and even I couldn't explain that. So I stayed quiet. Years passed. The case went cold. People stopped asking. Life moved on. That's what they say. But I kept thinking about that night, over and over, trying to remember it differently, trying to find something I missed, something that made it normal. There wasn't anything. Then last year, my father got sick, hospitalized, serious. I visited him. First time in a long time. We hadn't really talked about Emily, not since it happened. No one did. I sat next to his bed. We didn't say much at first, just small things, normal conversation. Then he looked at me, really looked, like he was deciding something, and he said, "You saw me, didn't you?" I didn't answer. I couldn't, because I knew exactly what he meant. He didn't wait for me to respond, just nodded slightly, like that confirmed it. Then he said something else, quiet, careful. "You shouldn't have gone back to sleep." I felt that same pressure again, from years ago, same feeling, because now, it wasn't just memory anymore, it was real. "I didn't take her," he said. I looked at him, waiting, because that's not what I was expecting. Then what happened? He didn't answer right away, just stared at the ceiling. Then, "I just opened the door." That didn't make sense. "Opened it to what?" I asked. He turned his head, looked at me, same calm expression I remembered, same stillness, and said, "She was already gone when it looked back at me." I didn't ask anything else. I couldn't, because I understood what he meant, or at least, enough of it. I left the hospital not long after. Didn't go back. Didn't tell anyone what he said. Just like before. I kept it to myself. Told myself it didn't matter anymore. That whatever happened that night was over. 12 years ago. That made sense. That was normal until last week, when I woke up in the middle of the night. No reason, just awake. Same as I used to be back then. I checked the time. 1 a.m. Exactly. I lay there for a minute, trying to fall back asleep. That's when I heard it, from the hallway. A soft tapping. Slow, measured. I sat up, heart already racing, because I recognized it immediately, that pattern. His fingers, tapping against his leg, just like that night. I got out of bed, walked to the door, opened it slowly. The hallway was dark, empty, same as before, except, at the end of it, a door. I don't have a door there, never have, just a wall, always has been. But now, there was a door, closed, same height, same frame as Emily's used to be. I didn't move closer, I didn't need to, because I already knew. What was on the other side? The handle. It started to turn. Slow. Careful. From the inside. And just before it opened, I heard something breathe. Right behind me. Close. Familiar. And a voice. Quiet. 14 years old. Exactly how I remember it. "Don't let him open it again."